10-4. This for the community. If you have any kids, please teach them that there's gunman in Antigua. If anybody come up to them with popcorn, tell them that they don't want to play with those things. Tell your kids, your young generation boys especially, not so much the female, but if you have young generation boys, um, I think you should tell them because they're not playing over here. Yeah, they're not really playing over here. Tell your kids about guns. Tell your kids that there's bad guys with guns all around the island. Because they are. And these bad guys, they don't mind killing people. Some of them won't, but most of them will. And most people, even if they didn't want to do it, it's still when it go around rapid fire, they ain't got no control because they don't have no experience. So tell your kids about guns. All you motherfuckers that living in mansions with your sons, thinking they gonna be lawyers and doctors. Some of them out here running around with the G's, the Hunchback of Notre Dame. You feel me? So I know a lot of rich people, kids in Antigua. They running with a lot of hood niggas. That's their ass. They got money to get out of jail. But I'm saying, you broke motherfuckers in the hood, I know you going through your economical struggles. Tell your kid, don't bring no gun in your house. Because anyhow, police running in your house, they going to lock up the whole house. I don't understand that in Antigua. This is a vlog I wanted to always do. If you go in a house and there's 5 occupants, but there's one gangster in the house, who do you really think owned the gun? If I was a police officer in Antigua, right, and I go in the house and there's a gun in there, no, I wouldn't want to lock them up, but the law says, and based on my job, I would have to lock somebody up. I'm not locking up the 5 people in the house. I'm saying once, if I was an officer, I would never be an officer, but let's hypothetically speaking. I'm gonna say whose gun does this belong? Whose gun does it? Who owns this gun? Because I could lock 5 of you guys up, but I want to take one person who owned the gun. You see the person that owned the gun, that's who getting locked up. Police should not be going in people's house and locking up the whole family in the island for some guy with a gun charge. Why is a mother and a father locked up? They're not gunners. So if their child bring a gun in the house, why the fuck are they locked up? I had a homeboy once. He lived on Burning Flames Highway. We don't have Potter's Main Road. Let's give Burning Flames their respect. They're legends in the field. And I'm proud to have been their neighbor and still is their neighbors. I had a friend that lives on Burning Flames Highway. Boom. Well, he's a gangster, I would say, a cool guy. I wouldn't say gangster, but he don't really fuck around. He'll fucking, you can't fuck with him. He'll fuck you over, but he has an attitude. He a cool guy, but yeah, he has an attitude. Okay, cool. I don't hate him. Me and him had all little dispute. Fuck, I had time to hate him. He's a little kid to me. I ain't got time to think about a person. Anyway, he obviously had a bag of popcorn. And he had the popcorn in his house. Now, mind you, this nigga is running around trying to fuck bitches. And the gun is in the house. Yeah. So the police evidently went there and they knocked on the door with a search warrant and they was in control of the house. Because when a police officer has a warrant for your house, they're in charge of the property. Whatever is illegal on the property, you get in charge with it. Okay, cool. They go there, the guy has a gun in the house. Okay, there's a couple of occupants in his house. I would have asked as an officer, who owned this gun? If his mother and his father know he owns the gun was found in his room, okay, cool. He's not home, call him. Like, yo, come on, yo. Come home. The police is here. Come claim that. You're like, all right, you gotta come home. Now, the nigga ain't home. They lock the whole house up. They ain't supposed to lock the whole house up. So now his family had to experience the traumatization of being arrested and treated like a criminal. So I'm saying that to let you know that's the part of gangster life that kids shouldn't expose their family to. All of us did it. We carry shit in our house. You can't come to my house and find a seed in here. My man, I wouldn't plan to. They say it's legal for me to have 4 marijuana trees in my yard, right? I would not put no marijuana tree in my yard because if I do, it's gonna attract thieves. So now, what if a thief come in my yard to steal the marijuana plant and I encounter them taking them? See, you're not gonna think about this, but this is another thing. So now, the law say I could plant marijuana, but now that I could plant marijuana legally, I have my 4 big brolic trees in my yard. I'm about to reap it. One night I go out there, stretching myself off, just looking at them. There's no trees there. Okay, let's paint another scenario. I happen to have a gun, and I happen to go out there, and now I see him taking the trees. I don't know what could happen, but I have a gun. Anything could happen. So what I'm trying to say, the guy that, I'm not gonna call his name because it's irrelevant. I'm just talking about the situation. I don't think his whole family should have been arrested. The police them know that the family is not gun people. Like, okay, they have a bad son, he love guns. You have a gun in the house, call him and tell him come get his gun. They don't lock up the whole family now. I see a lot of kids around here. They get into intricacy with gangsters, and they live with their family. My man, I'm not telling you what to do, whoever you are in the world, but you can't be a gangster, good Lord, and live with your family. Because if you live with your family, you're not a gangster. No matter how tough you are. Always know that. I tell that to all my friends. My man, if you live with your family, you're not a gangster. I tell all my homies them that shit. They say, but you a gangster? I say, how I'm a gangster? Ever show you a gun? Ever have a gun and tell you I'm a gangster? No. Oh, they hear about my reputation. What if it's a lie? You can't feed into what society have to say on their perception of a person. Good Lord. Who raised you? So, you can't astral project things either. Because astral projection, it's like witchcraft. How are you going to speculate what could happen? You know in your mind there's a possibility, but you cannot state what will happen. Because there's mad scenarios that added to stuff. Now me, I never had a house that I'm in and I carry nothing in my house. Because when I was a gangster, I don't carry a gun in my house. You sleep on me. So it's not stashed. Okay, you have a gun in a house, you sleeping, you're a gangster. It's supposed to be in your waist. You sleep with a gun on you. A soldier sleep with his gun. So does a gangster. So if police run in the house I'm in and I have a gun on me, they don't have to lock up nobody else because I'm the one with the gun on me. But in Antigua, they have a different rule. That's another thing you guys got to consider about having a gun around your family. So if you're a gangster, you basically got to move the fuck out the house. Because you might get your family exposed to shit they don't have no business being exposed to. Who raised you? You see, you got to have respect for your family and know that they're not in the boundaries, the circumference of your life. You're inside of a square. They're in a different square. You can't mix the world. So, and I also tell women, I'm going to tell a lot of women this. You see how, I'm going to leave this topic for another time, because that's another crazy topic. The objective of this vlog is to tell you, man, you can't be claiming shit you don't have no business knowing about. Because the people them that's involved with that life for real, they're not playing. I want to say something to you guys out there for the mass. Generally speaking, I'm talking to all the adult army ready guys. Meaning you're ready to go in the army. You're physically fit to be in the army. I'm talking to these guys because these are the guys that be carrying and doing shit out there. If you want to be a gangster, man, you gotta go to America, bro. I wouldn't say London. You're gonna go to jail over there. Don't go to London if you're a gangster. You hear what I told you? Go to America. What you do would not be new. So if you kill 10 niggas, that shit ain't new. If you have a gun on you, that shit ain't new. Some niggas got 10 guns. If they get catch you one, they don't even give a fuck. They just make bail and have the lawyer beat the case, and they walk in with the next one every day, all day. Some of them walk with 2 guns. I want to say something to the mass. There's nothing wrong with you having a gun, whether you're a gangster or not. I'm going to tell you something about a gun. There's nothing wrong with owning it. People cannot have the ability to unalive you with a projectile or stab you, and you can have, you obviously have the ability to protect yourself if you are allowed a weapon, but if you're not, you might have to struggle through that and have to try to live through it. You might get hurt, you might not, you might got the upper hand on the individual, but that's how it is. But there's nothing wrong with having a gun, but it depends on what you're utilizing the gun for. Everybody have a gun. I'm not making a confession, but a lot of people in Antigua have guns. You think it's just the police got guns? That's why you can't be tough, because other niggas tough just like you and tougher. They got ice cream. They got them Alaskan niggas waiting on you to pass through. Alaskan niggas a cold nigga, icebox. He hot-headed. Imagine he cold-hearted in his head like a fucking jalapeno pepper. He, his head is like, you know, Antigua got some small peppers. I forgot the name of them, some piggy peppers. I forgot. Them shit's hot as spicy as hell. They head hot like that, but they hard cold. They use their gun because sometimes they get hungry and broke. They might, because you have a gun, that doesn't give you the right to go rob a person, but there's nothing wrong with having a gun. Because I have homies that get catch with a gun, and I'll be like, damn, you get catch with a gun? Some of the guys you never even knew they had a gun. You see, that's the difference between people. Like, I had a particular homeboy, okay, like, everybody got guns, and he said to me that don't go nowhere without it. I said, man, you gonna go to jail. That's what I told him. I said, don't go nowhere without it. So you gonna go into the supermarket with that? What if you encounter a girl that slap the shit out of you and you want to slap her back and the thing escalate? You don't pull a gun out, but now you get catch with it. You could be in a traffic stop. My nigga, you supposed to have a purpose for a gun. You can't just carry a gun with you every day unless you have a license. So if you have a license, you're allowed to carry and conceal your weapon, yeah, but if you don't, you open the opportunity to be exposed to getting arrested if the situation unfolds. So yeah, there's nothing wrong with having a gun. But to go rob a person, man, that's deep shit, yo. You might kill him. Then you in jail for murder or you on the run. Do you have money to be on the run? Then you're gonna rob a person for what, $500? Hold up, you gonna rob a person for $5,000? Who raised you? So you rob a random person and you rob the random person, you get like $1,500. They know who you are. They call the police. What's next? I mean, You gotta operate your common brain to decipher through what's right or wrong. And you don't really need the cops to tell you that that's wrong. You can tell yourself that it's wrong. But if you go through it and you get caught, just don't expect nobody to bail you because that's fuckery. If you have a gun and you keeping it quiet, that's good, man. Shout out to all my niggas that own their gun on the quiet. I don't need a gun. I need money in Antigua. So if I have a gun, what that gonna do for me? Fuck, I don't like the movies. I don't need popcorns. I need money. What do you need? And you get yourself in trouble. Now you have a bail. You can't afford bail. You're in jail asking people for cigarettes and asking niggas if you could get some of their food and some of their chips. And you're getting phone calls from your man and them with their phone to call your people outside to beg them for their top ups. And man, this is wrong, man. All right, they do the same thing in New York too. It's no different. And they do the same thing in England. I met a lady. I met her. She was telling me her son is in prison. I was like, oh shit. He's in there for a long time. I was like, wow. Met this other lady. She like, yo, my son been in some real trouble. I'm like, okay. So it's the same shit all over the world, yo. Step up your game, yo. Know what you do. Get a license for a gun if you want to carry. Shout outs to you. I'm wigging on.